We are back. OGN champion Spring and Impact getting the MVP award for his top lane Ken and play in game number 1 versus MVP Blue. And he had a great game. Their whole team actually had a great game. It's hard to pick an MVP out of that one, honestly.
I think Impact did an exceptional job of coming back after getting first blooded and then making an impact in the late game. I mean,
yeah, he definitely did.
And he had great Kennen ults all game long. So, fun to see his play here tonight. Doing an excellent job all around. And we'll have to see, in the next game what's going to happen.
Yep, picks and bans are about to begin for game number 2, and we'll see if MVP Blue can come back and tie up the series and come away with a point in our group stages here at OGN Champions. And I feel like they can. I would be pretty surprised if this is a 2-0, but at the same time, where you've got two teams that are so close in skill and so willing to kind of do a lot of surprising things, it's very, very difficult to predict. But here we go, guys. Picks and bans for MVP Blue versus SKT T2 Judgment Day. Let's see what we've got. Fiddlesticks ban against Mondu.
And again, the Rumble ban against Chunju. This is just something we see absolutely every game.
Oh, yeah.
And it was interesting to see that Judgment Day was not particularly concerned with that Thresh pick last game, even though Flom did very well, and Misfortune being the huge problem, really, in terms of the AoE damage for Judgment Day last game. And they really don't want Piglet to pick that up again. At the same time, they're trying to ban out that Karthus Nocturne combo. So they're not going to be able to run that one, MVP Blue.
MVP Blue thinking really hard about their final ban here, and they're going to go with Jarvan. Good ban against Bengi, I'd say.
Yeah, absolutely a good ban. And Twisted
Probably
Fate,
his best champion.
continuing his unparalleled streak of being picked and banned, and they're going to be taking this at least one more time.
Yeah. Elise may be even more popular than TF someday. He works really hard. Studies hard in school. There's a Lee Sin pickup for SKT. We'll see if they stick with that. Lee Sin, very, very popular in Korea, and Bengi definitely can play him.
Yeah, played him a couple games already this season, so 50% or so of the games played thus far, but Shen,
I think that's a good choice. I mean,
slips through the cracks. Now, MVP Blue didn't want to pick him up, so they're really liking this Elise pick for the moment, very confident in that, and they're not going to take Sona either, so very high priority picks here in Korea. Shen and Sona going to be grabbed.
Wow, all right. I would not be surprised at all to see Blue grab Karthus. What do you think? I mean, Easyun has definitely played Karthus in the past.
Yeah, the thing about
such a good champ.
Yeah, is that Blue has been coupling him with that Nocturne, so they've definitely...
that's true, yeah.
They've been very adamant about having those two champions together, and I think that Judgment Day believes that by banning Nocturne, they are kind of indirectly banning this Karthus pick, because that is a combination that MVP Blue really likes to use together. And I think the Caitlyn Thresh combo, it's worked out really well so far this season for Blue. Devton Flom, very comfortable with that lane combo.
You know it's going to come down to
right.
that. Oh, wow. All right. I thought they were at least going to wait till the last pick to decide the mid laner, just because it's such an important matchup with Easyun versus Faker, but it might not be a bad idea to grab now. I mean, despite, you're absolutely right. I mean, they like to pair him with the combo, but don't you think he's like solid enough all around?
Oh, yeah. And I think the big reason, too, is that they didn't want Judgment Day to have double globals with Shen and Karthus, so they're willing to take kind of a hit here.
It makes sense. And they're going to still be able to pick up Thresh as well for Flom, so no big loss there. I mean, it's not like SKT is going to top lane him or something. And I don't think we're going to see Quinn after Caitlyn's been picked, but we can hope.
And we have a mid laner already, too.
That's
Unless we're about to be super, and probably a top laner.
You know, this is MVP Blue, though, so you never know.
You do never know, but
I
it would
be shocked.
Truly surprising.
Mid Caitlyn, Jungle Karthus, and
Jungle
AD
Karthus
carry.
is a thing.
I know, that's why I said it, yeah. I had a friend that only played Jungle Karthus for a while. We all yelled at him constantly, but just hid in the bushes and then pressed R. And are they actually going to lock this in? No. Okay, there we go, yeah. Oh, interesting. Flom maybe picking Zyra, and I mean, if you can play Thresh, you can probably play a pretty good Zyra as well.
Absolutely, and they will be putting this Elise in the jungle.
Yep. And taking that Jace away from Faker. They're going to go ahead and probably jungle elites out of this.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. Return of the Mondu LeBlanc.
Oh, boy.
Oh, and it's going to be a mid LeBlanc even.
This
so
is
it's not going to be Mondu.
Very surprising. We haven't seen LeBlanc in quite some time.
Wow.
And Faker, a great pick. He's just trying to blow up Easy Hoon early and keep him down.
I was going to just like lose my mind if it was going to
This was their plan.
Yeah.
This was their plan.
All right.
They didn't want to deal with the Nocturne Karthus combination, so they banned out Nocturne, and then they had a reserve plan of we're going to let Faker play LeBlanc if Karthus is picked anyway. I love this.
Okay.
Now, the question is, will MVP Blue try and do some fancy lane swapping to keep Karthus from just straight up dying to LeBlanc?
Yeah. Well, I'm just waiting for the last minute switch where Faker takes Sona mid and then Mondu takes LeBlanc to support, but it's not going to happen. Impact playing Shed versus Chunju on Jace. In the jungle, we have Bengi playing Nasus versus Chunyong playing Elise. Battle of the anthropomorphic animal people. Faker playing LeBlanc versus Easy Hoon playing Karthus. And Piglet on Varus versus Def on Caitlyn and AD carry. And finally, down to support, Mondu playing Sona versus Flom playing Zyra. Here we go, guys. MVP Blue looking to tie things up in Game 2 against T2 Judgment Day. Will they be able to? Let's get in the game. Here we go, guys. Champions Group A set 2 MVP Blue versus SKT T1 Team 2, otherwise known as Judgment Day.
Because
Easy Hoon poking away at Faker there.
saying Team 1, Team 2 is truly one of the most awful things ever invented in esports.
It really is. We thought KT Rolster was getting lazy with A and B, but SKT, man, they took it to a whole new level.
Faker serenely floating on his staff.
Yeah, he's about ready to go play some Quidditch or something.
That's what LeBlanc does in her spare time.
LeBlanc would totally be a bludger. I mean, see that. Actually, no,
teleporting
that's
around.
A beater.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't know my Quidditch names very, very well.
Apparently.
I was cut from the Quidditch squad in high school. I never quite got over it. Vision Ward.
Yeah, MVP Blue going to take that one out. They saw it go down. So very interesting. I'm really curious about what MVP Blue is thinking about these matchups in these lanes. If they do let Karthus have mid, the thing about going with Karthus mid in this situation is that he's going to need some really fast magic resistance, and it is going to delay the big Karthus damage because LeBlanc just has insane burst, as I'm sure all you guys know.
Oh, yeah.
And Karthus not the most mobile of champions, so taking those boots too, just trying to be able to dodge as much of LeBlanc's damage as possible.
Yep. I wonder how he floats around like that. Is he riding a hoverboard or something? No, he couldn't be riding a hoverboard because then if he went river, he wouldn't be able to move.
Yeah, here's the lane swap. This is exactly what I expected. Now, the thing about it is that this is a really awkward situation for MVP Blue because they're on blue side, so they couldn't give Karthus the blue buff and then send him into bottom lane, which is a lot of the lane swaps that we see against Karthus, or with Karthus rather. And he's going to have a really hard time without that blue buff farming up. I mean, he'd have a hard time anyway in a 1v2 as Karthus, but
yeah,
it's a big risk. And MVP Blue has decided that an underfarmed Karthus is in fact preferable to feeding Faker's LeBlanc.
Right. And I mean, there's also the thought, too, that Karthus is going to be able to pick up some kills and some assists with Requiem as well, which is going to kind of offset his lack of CS.
And Karthus is going to be much stronger than LeBlanc in the late game, regardless. Because if Faker doesn't snowball and get some kills early, he is going to do absolutely nothing in the late game besides just straight up die. Like, he's just going to die.
I feel like LeBlanc, if she doesn't get farmed, kind of becomes like a less effective Evelyn late game.
Yes, I think that's a very good way of putting it, Doa.
Well, thank you. I planned that one weeks in advance. Faker finally giving me the chance to use it.
Good guy, Faker, playing that LeBlanc. Bringing it back.
I had a talk with him. I was like, you know.
Oh, wow.
Oh, man, Faker.
That burst coming from this Caitlyn Zyra lane, so threatening.
LeBlanc's like, I'm the one who's supposed to first.
Yeah,
even taking some damage from that spider.
You get hit by one of those roots, and you're in for several auto attacks, plant hits, and a Peacemaker. It's very damaging.
Yeah. Oh, barely dodging that Peacemaker right there, too.
And they put so much pressure.
Oh, Impact may be in a little bit of trouble here. They try to catch him with the shot blast. Oh, he dodges a stun.
That was very nice.
Got out of the way of that cocoon. Nice juke from Impact.
Well, Karth is actually out farming Faker in mid lane too, just by a single minion. But that's
God of Thunder himself. Thor is in the audience. Oh, and Impact may not be in Summoner's Rift for much longer. Here comes Chunyang repelling down there. They're going to try to finish off Impact. There's the Ignite. Oh, man, he managed to pick up the double kill. Are you kidding me?
He got first blood and the double kill right there.
Wow.
Over aggression from MVP Blue up in that top lane. Jace took one too many turret shots right there to actually pull that one off.
I'm surprised he stayed in there for so long. I mean, Chunyang kind of had it locked down, especially once Chunju used his Ignite, but just was a little bit too bloodthirsty there. Faker jumping in onto depth, trying to do some of that burst that we talked about with LeBlanc, but
yeah, he's just trying to keep him off the turret because that turret is so close to going down. And they, Bengi up there in the top lane right now isn't going to be able to do much to help.
Let's watch that replay of that fight top lane.
Oh my God, look at that jump in right now. So Chunju comes in and he thinks he's out. He takes just that turret hit. Chunyang coming in, Impact with just an amazing, that was so good. Wow. Just an amazing taunt right there. He waited till the perfect time to use that ability.
I think
Shadow Dash.
I think another little part of that too is that Chunyang used Repel a little bit too early. He only took one turret hit and then jumped up. If he would have taken two, I think Chunju would have been able to escape. But
I think you're right, Noah.
Hindsight is always 20/20, and if you're a spider, it's like 2,500 or something.
It's 8 times that.
So he really knows he messed up.
No. Impacted. Chunju's still going at it. But he went back and picked up the Giant's Belt immediately. So a 5-minute Giant's Belt, he's pretty much become the immovable object in that lane.
Pretty much. Which again goes against everything Ninja stand for. I mean, he's supposed to be mobile and live, but not this time. Oh, Ignite, or Exhaust rather, going down on Piglet. They're going to catch him, no problem. There's the stun. Chunyang coming in to finish him off, and actually Karthus, Easyun going to get that kill. Chunyang repelling over onto Mandu, continuing to push him out of lane here. Doing a lot of damage, actually. Yeah, Mandu's going to be able to survive, but a good gank from Piglet. I don't think they were expecting to see Chunyang in that bot lane so quickly.
Yeah, high amount of trades going down across the map right now, and that's exactly what they need. They need Easy Hoon to get more fed.
I don't think there were any wards there for SKT as well. If you look at the map right now, either one just ran out or it was just never there in the first place. So.
I think it was good timing, too.
Yeah, good setup there for
And
Chunyang.
Here we go, turret down, so now MVP Blue coming back into the lead. Kills are even here at nearly 7 minutes into this game.
Yep. And Mandu, the one-man army, or one-man band, I should say.
Yeah.
Sona, but he needs some help.
Easy Hoon falling behind in CS a little bit here. And credit to Faker for actually being able to farm in that really difficult situation in mid lane. He did have Bengi there for an extended period of time to help him out a little bit, and they will be going after this dragon now. MVP Blue knows this is going on. Will they make a play? They have 2 players top. They're just going to let it go.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to do it. I think they're going to wait to see if Bengi gets low, because Requiem, actually he's level 5, so that's not even an option to try to pick people off with it. So
yeah,
never mind, free dragon.
Not quite 6 yet. Easy Hoon going to go back, pick up some items as Catalyst finished that one off.
Yeah. Free Dragon Day at Summoner's Rift.
Yeah, it is Free Dragon Day, actually.
I know.
All dragons are freed.
Exactly.
Huge dragon sale. It's a dragon fire sale.
Dragon fire sale. That, you can burn like anything with a dragon fire sale. Melt through solid castle walls.
That's what Game of Thrones teaches us.
That's right. Be getting all Harrenhal up in here.
Well, that's certainly what Judgment Day hopes to happen.
So would Karthus be the ghost of Harrenhal then?
That's right. They're going to Harrenhal all over MVP Blue. They're going to turn their base into Harrenhal.
Pretty much. Oh, Easyhoon getting jumped on. Here comes a burst from Faker. Can he finish him off? Easyhoon so low, and the Ignite does the job. Faker getting that 1v1 kill in mid lane. Nice job there. Chunju and Impact dueling in the top lane. Impact in a dash away. Live to fight another day.
Well, there's nothing you can do to Impact right now. That was a great play by Faker, too. Talk about knowing a champion's limits. He took not 1 HP more damage than he needed to pick up that kill.
Yeah.
That's what they've been trying to avoid, and as soon as he even goes into mid lane, he gets...
Oh, he's going to go in on Chunyang.
He gets dunked by Faker.
Yeah. There's Jordan, man.
There's Jordan. That's right. LeBlanc just jumping all over the place, doing half-court shots on Karthus.
Ironically, she sticks her tongue out as she dashes forward, just like Michael Jordan did. It's funny. It's an homage, if you will. Oh, Chunyang! Oh, man. Faker.
Faker has been released, everyone.
That's right. He's been unleashed. No chains on this guy.
No chains on this guy. Except when he chains you to,
That's right.
to him.
The only chains on him are the ones he wants there to be. Easyun taking a lot of damage again. Faker. Wow.
Faker is showing up with the mechanics today, Noah.
Yeah, it's starting to look like some pub stomping here in mid lane.
Well, I have to say that this situation not ideal, but MVP Blue deciding that it's more important to keep their turret up and they can allow a few
Easyun, are you kidding me?
Well, you can't do anything in this matchup, Noah. This matchup is really hard for Karthus. That's why they did the rotation in the first place, even though they really didn't have any good options. And in fact, I mean, they were just totally baited into this Karthus pick by Judgment Day. There was a plan. There was a 100% a plan coming in here. Easyhood's been playing so much Karthus recently. They knew exactly what he was going to do.
Keep in mind, this damage is just coming from 2 rings.
Oh!
That's it. Ooh. Good rain of arrows there. That was almost very dangerous for Blom.
They had a really good E onto Sona. Of course, Sona's so squishy these days.
Yeah. In fact, getting caught with Chunju, they're going to try to gank him, but again, he's just so durable right now. He's going to be able to just casually crab walk away. I guess he does flash, but needed to dodge that cocoon. But
yeah, he actually flashed. He was trying to dodge the cocoon so he wouldn't have to, and as soon as he didn't see it come out when he was released, he's like, better flash. Well, they're going for
it. They are indeed. There's the ultimate coming in from Piglet as well. Can they pick up the kills? Badu gets away. Requiem coming in, but it's shielded by Shen. Shen gonna taunt it, barely misses death, but takes him off with the Q. Oh, that was beautiful.
That was such a good combo by Judgment Day there.
Kidding.
Opening up with that crescendo on their low opponents, not even worrying about that Requiem, chaining it right into Chain of Corruption, and then perfect play by Impact to select the lowest champion on his team and nullify that Requiem. They get 2 kills, and they're going to get 2 turrets for it. That's a game-changing play right there, Noah.
Absolutely, man. I mean, Reddit videos on that one, man.
And Reddit videos of Hoon's Kazakh's kill and then escape from under the turret.
Let's just face it, man. Everybody should just be watching.
Yeah, you're crazy. By the way, props to you if you're watching these teams because they don't have the biggest names in the West, but if you want two of the top teams in Korea right now, it's these guys. You can tell they're on top of the rankings. Sword and Blaze struggling in this group.
Let's watch a replay of that amazing game.
Flash, crescendo, absolutely gorgeous, even though they hit Piglet with the E too. And look at this play. The Shen ult coming in, standing united, and then what a great play. Impact here, getting just enough distance, misses the taunt, but can still finish him off with the Ignite and the Vorpal Blade.
Wow. That was definitely one of the sickest plays we've seen this season.
Yeah, absolutely amazing.
Well, speaking of Easy Hoon, trying to do his best in this mid lane. He's going to have a bit better of a matchup against Sona.
Yeah, the question is, we do have a big lead now. This is what they needed with these picks if you're Judgment Day. But is Faker going to be able to do enough if this game drags out to the 30-minute mark?
Oh, great shot blast. He knew exactly where Faker was. Smart move there, but they may decide to just dunk him under turret. They're going in on Impact. Faker coming in, doing a ton of damage to Chunju, and Chunju's not going to get out of there. Oh, wow. Chunyang coming in. Can he catch anybody, though? Impact taking some damage to Repel coming down. Again, Chunyang just needs to get out of there. Flop. Oh, he gets the snare on Impact. They're not done yet. Impact has to dash away. Faker with the chains. He's going to go in and assassinate Elise.
And that distortion combined with the flash, getting him out safe. These are some of the most impressive LeBlanc plays I have ever seen, Noah.
Yeah, making LeBlanc look good.
Wow. That was, I mean, all of his kills so far this game have been so amazing.
Yeah.
And going in on Chunyang like that, and there's another big lead, 4,000 at 13 minutes. This is a massive lead for Judgment Day right now.
As well as Judgment Day played in game number 1, they are just dominating so far in game number 2.
Well, they really made smart picks. That's the thing. They really outpicked their opponents. And Bengi now just going to go ahead and solo that dragon. We've been seeing that a lot. Diamond Prox liking to do that on Gambit Gaming as well.
Yeah.
And so he's able to take that. We've seen KT Roll do it.
Faker's terrifying, man. He's got his Magic 10 boots. He's got his gigantic, overly large rod, or overly huge rod,
needlessly large
rod. It's somehow I never played
totally gargantuan,
ridiculously long rod. I never play AP, man, unless it's AP Lulu.
Regardless of what it is, it's still compensation.
That's right.
No matter what.
It's really the Ferrari of items.
It is the Ferrari of items. But Faker doesn't need it because he's already got the big scores and the big plays.
He should have more confidence. Oh, the ultimate misses. Deft having to flash there to dodge it.
That's a great player. And they're finally. And here we go. Bengi having to stand united on him.
Impact coming in. Doesn't catch Chunju at the top. It looks like they're going to pick him up anyways. Impact. There it is. And look at this block getting come. Oh, man. 100 to 0. That definition doesn't even qualify. Faker just insta-giving him.
Yeah, and Faker now coming around the side. They're trying to go after Chunyang.
It's a route, man. There's just nothing they can do. Welcome the bungee jump of death again for Elise. And Chunyang comes down.
The most amazing thing is that EasyHoon hasn't even really had any opportunities to use Requiem this game.
Yeah,
Judgment Day has provided him with no windows, and the one time he could in that bot lane, Shen was there to stand united.
Yep.
And otherwise, they're doing a very good job of swapping damage on Judgment Day so that they never get too low. They're changing the damage they take on these dives. And Impact got such a big lead with that double kill early.
Yeah. Crescendo to catch Chunju. Slom trying to prevent it with the ultimate. He hits a couple of them. He's just going to end up dying as well. A double kill for Faker. Faker has officially hit critical mass, guys. He is just going to go like supernova on the entire team. He's become simultaneously supernova and black hole. And like any destructive force known to the universe. Faker embodies it right now. He's 8-0-0.
Oh my god, and we're only 16 minutes in this game, so Faker managing 1 kill every 2 minutes.
You know, we do have to have a talk with Faker. He's not doing a very good job of sharing.
He's not.
No.
We're going to have to send him back to kindergarten.
Mr. Rogers would have something to say about this, but Deft, oh man, he's just having a really hard time against Piglet as well.
Yeah, well, Piglet has a lot more items than him, so he really can't go toe-to-toe right now.
Definitely.
With this Varus player. And you can see he's actually down on CS, but let's take a look at that again. So EasyHoon coming in right now onto Piglet, and there's the exhaust going down. Piglet just, pretty straight-up kill there.
Yeah.
But the fact that he created that split push situation, it was well worth trading Piglet for the top turret that they got right there, and then the top. They have 2 turrets now down in that top lane, and 2 kills onto Faker, so they'll make that trade all day. It doesn't really matter if you leave your AD carry split pushing right now because, frankly, any dedication of resources to stop Piglet from MVP Blue is like 1 more kill you're giving to Faker as he just like annihilates the other 3 members up in top lane.
Pretty much. Let's face it, it's like the real Winnie the Pooh, man. Piglet just isn't necessary.
Oh, he has DFG now, too, so he's even more bursty.
Yeah.
This is like the world's scariest LeBlanc. He's absolutely terrifying, and it's going to be really hard to kill him with Stand United as well.
Oh, all right, they're going to try to engage it. There we go. Oh, man. I have never seen someone die so fast in my entire life. Like, even when someone on my team DCs for 10 minutes and comes back as level 1.
I don't understand how Faker's fingers move that quickly.
I don't know, man. Here we go. He's coming in again. He's going to try to kill Deft. Almost gets him. Arth is trying to do as much AoE as he can, but there's just way too much damage coming out from SKT. Man, there's not really much more to say, guys. SKT's become a steamroller. Look at that! What? He's 10-1-0.
10-0-1. He hasn't died.
10-0-1.
Please tell Faker doesn't die as LeBlanc.
Never, man. He's not.
He's only next to you for like 0.2 seconds,
He's
and
not
then you
LeBlanc
just die.
anymore. He's the Blanc.
He's the Blanc.
Yeah.
The one and only.
No confusion, man.
Oh
There
my
can be
God.
only one, and it's Faker. This is why this guy was on top of solo queue in Korea.
We're going to see bans for a long time. No one knew that this was the secret weapon, I
Yeah.
don't think.
Well, they know now.
This is
Much to the dismay of MVP Blue, who has looked so good this season.
Well, like
Up
I
to
said,
this
they
point.
got. I mean,
got
I
up
was
there.
concerned in Champion Select. You heard me, Noah, about
Yeah.
especially because they were blue side. They would have done much better with this composition on red side, just because Easy Hoon could have gotten that red. It's much more.
Oh yeah, it's true.
Red side's way better if you have an 18 and you want
Well, Desperation Baron, they may be able to pick it up too, actually. No, Baron's going way too slow. It's an 18-minute Baron, by the way. Flop, immediately getting killed. Great crescendo again, catching two members. MVP on the run yet again. I mean, they were trying to do Baron when their support was level 9. Total desperation.
Well, the other problem is Easy Hoon only has this Rod of Ages right now.
Faker a little bit low here. There's Requiem coming in. Can they get him? Oh, it's so low. Baron almost finishing the job there.
And actually, the Sona heal there. He's trying to get in range for Sona to heal him. Death,
Saved him.
who has the 3 stacks on it, Hail of Arrows. He is going to get finished off right there. Looks like Ignite was ticking down on him.
Well, guys,
It wasn't Ignite. I'm not actually sure what killed him right there.
we've got an 11K gold lead at 1930. And Chunyang just getting absolutely murdered up in the top lane again. He's going to recall. He's not even going to come down. He's just going to be in space forever. They actually launched Chunyang into orbit there.
He died with Ignite on him while he was
Yeah.
in Repel. That is too funny.
That's right. That was actually like,
All right, let's take a look at this again. Look how fast Blom dies. Look, Faker isn't even there. Like, they tried to stand united on him. That was actually a bad play by Impact because he totally didn't need it because Faker is never next to anyone for any length of time whatsoever.
no. And there's a surrender. Surrender at 20. I don't think I've ever seen a surrender at 20
Wow.
in Champions yet. And that is it. Faker absolutely owning MVP Blue.
I want to see a highlight video of that
There's gonna
so
be one.
badly.
There's going to be
so
one.
someone out there who's good at video editing,
Yeah.
do everyone who watches League of Legends a favor and make a highlight reel of those LeBlanc plays.
Yeah.
Because that was amazing.
And you fans out there that tuned in for this match, now you know without a doubt that you were like the smartest League
Yeah,
of Legends
so
fans
smart
in the world.
So smart.
You knew that this match was going to be so cool.
And it was. And MVP Blue
Yeah.
is a top team. They played
absolutely.
very well in the first game, and they did as well as they could, but that's sometimes what happens when you get outpicked.
Well, they crushed Sword.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they did very well.
So, Faker looking pretty satisfied. G Monte Cristo, who do you think will get MVP award for the next game? This game.
Impact. Number 1, Stand United.
Oh, really?
He had a great play too, though. That double kill for First Blood was amazing also.
I think Faker had a pretty good game.
I think he did too.
He was
I
okay.
think he did too.
All right, guys, we'll be back with more Champion Spring. Don't go anywhere. This is OGN.
Next matchup, AHQ Korea, SK Telecom T1